Hey, welcome to Spire. Today we made the daily challenge for July 16th, 2026. The character The Watcher and the modifiers are all-stars with the 5 colorless cards. Diverse cards are not restricted per character, and night terrors resting at rest sites heal 100% of HP but cost 5 max HP. As a Gemini with, I believe, effectively first place, 1409. That's a great score. Goldberry 1361, not far behind, and that's it for the top 20. That got me a little worried. Ooh, and it drops down to less than 1,000 in 38th place. Okay. Alright, I can't imagine Diverse making things difficult, not being able to get synergies. You started with 2 Transmutations. Am I trying to go for Highlander or Collector bonuses? Well, we'll see. If I get some removal opportunities, I might want to leave into the Transmutation. What was it, a few days ago? I believe Cyberfox really leaned into those and was pretty successful. Hexaghost at the end, a 2 elite path. After this point, actually no, either left or right. Right, so after this point, I'll get 4 question mark rooms, and up until this point, getting there from the elite to left is another 3 question mark rooms. That's pretty insane. 7 total, right? Right side does not have nearly enough. All right, yeah, let's go that way. Okay. All right, so should I just start with Transportation? Let's see what that gives me. Okay, 2 Mind Blast. That's interesting. Too bad the eruption is not upgraded. Alright, yeah, fine. 20 damage. That's not too bad. And then here, I don't think I have enough, right? Eruption, this is 1221. Unless Discovery gives me an attack card, it did not. Alright, let's do Evaluate. That way I can defend at least fully. Should I enter Wrath still? It might make sense because next turn I have 2 attacks, right? Yeah, and then I can still almost fully defend here. And then the 2 strikes are enough. Beautiful. Alright, Pummel, Shrug It Off, Headbutt. I don't have extra strength, so I don't think I'll do Pummel. Headbutt, Shrug It Off, they're both fine. Let's take the Headbutt, that's not a bad idea. Alright, here I got the Spike on Acid Slime. Should I risk Transmutation again? I would like to defend a little bit. Actually, Lex Whip is great for free. Awesome. And then let's do Transmutation. Oof, these are bad cards there, but that's fine. You know what? I'm okay losing 1 HP. I could play a defensive card, but I think 1 HP is fine. And then here, let's do 2 strikes and then Headbutt. What? Probably not the Lex Sweep, although I might have trouble dealing enough damage to bring back the Lex Sweep. Okay. Well, if I get an Eruption, I should have enough here. Enlightenment is nice. Let's do Sadistic Nature, Enlightenment, Lex Sweep, and then Transmutation. Impatience. I was worried I might get the Eruption there. Let's put the Eruption back, and then next turn I need that together with another attack, and that should be enough. Yeah, I can do Eruption Strike. Beautiful. Alright, Empty Fist, Barrage, Sucker Punch. Do I want the weakness for the Hexaghost with Sucker Punch? Yes, it's not a bad idea, although Empty Fist would have been nice too, I think. Yeah, I got my first Curse Regret, as well as Warpaint. I'm going to upgrade 2 random skills. That's the Impatience and the Defend upgraded. And then here I got my second Curse Injury and Golden Idol, and it's 25% more gold. I promise I already have 2 curses, but hopefully it'll be fine. I think I'll do Headbutt first, then Vigilance. Okay, we'll lose a little bit of HP to that Regret. And then here, let's do Sadistic Nature. I can do Eruption and then Sucker Punch with Sadistic Nature. No, and a Strike. That's enough to kill. Good. Alright, Weave, Riddle with Oath's Finisher. I don't have any Scry synergies yet, and Riddle with Oath's is too expensive, and Finisher might not be that useful, but fine, let's take the Weave. Hope I can get some discard synergy, or Scry synergies later. Oh, this is a horrible opener. Wow. Alright, should I put a Defend back? It might be hard to be super aggressive. Let's try Defend and then Headbutt that Defend. Don't have any potions to help me either, right? 14 incoming. Yeah, I think I'll risk... No, I don't want to do Eruption here. Let's do Sucker Punch, Defend, and then a Strike. There's no way I can perfect this one anyway, right? 16. Weave. Do I want to do Transmutation? Impatience would get me... I only have 1 strike left, so I'm not even sure if that's enough. I think I'm going to risk Transmutation here. Just really hoping for something good. Let's do anything Secret Technique can give me. Discovery? No, I don't have energy. Let's do Trib's Dramatic Entrance, and I will definitely skip the Secret Technique. Actually, a little worried. 12 incoming. Okay, let's do Sadistic Nature, Vigilance, and then let's see what the Discovery gives me. Carve Reality is not a bad idea. And if I can get an Eruption next turn with the Smite, that might be enough. 36. Yeah, I'm dead if I can't kill. I did get an Eruption. That's beautiful. Let's do Trip, Eruption, and then Smite. Okay, I can definitely see with less luck somebody dying here. We got Stone Calendar at the end of turn 7. Deal 52 damage to all enemies, as well as an Essence of Steel Push. And a Cold Snap is not a bad idea just to get a Frost Orb out. Alright, here I'm losing... Okay, this is 18 HP lost already. To get strike damage, cards containing strike deal 3 additional damage. I'm not sure if that was worth 18 HP, but let's hope that doesn't cause my death. I got the Lagavulin here, which is probably... I can't do strike because of strike damage, right? I was going to do the Impatience, but it's fine. Okay. Probably should wait for a Transmutation here, right? Let's do Sadistic Nature. Cold Snap is not too much, right? Yeah, let's do Cold Snap first, then Sadistic Nature. Okay. And then here I got 2 Transmutation for the price of 1. All right, let's do Transmutation here. Madness would hit the Discovery. That's fine. That gives me Worship. Divinity. Actually, I could do Signature Move here too. Let's do that. Because then I can Dramatic Entrance, Signature Move. Mayhem. Mayhem might play an Eruption, right, by accident. Should I do another Transmutation with the Miracle? Let's do it. That way the Regret also deals less damage. Okay. I don't think I really have a chance of perfecting this one, but let's try this. There's a strike. There's nothing I can do to... Actually, hang on. So this would be 13, 15 with the Essence of Steel Potion. I would be fully defended, right? Let's try this. And then who knows? Maybe I can get enough block next turn too. Another 18. Okay, there's a Headbutt. I can do Cold Snap, Weave. It's not quite enough. The Impatience has to give me something good. Have Sucker Punch. Hang on. So right now I have 11. So if I do Sucker Punch... and then a defend, I'm actually still fully defended. Awesome. Actually, if I wait 2 more turns, the Stone Calendar will trigger. Here I can do Eruption, Strike, and Signature Move. Beautiful. All right, actually perfect this one. Very happy with that. We got Meal Ticket, Rhythm Enter, Sharp Heal, 15 HP, a Skill Potion, and I don't know, I guess Flurry of Blows is not a bad idea. I do have some ways to enter Exit Wrath. Yeah, I got Bottle Flame Bomb, pick up, choosing text, that should come with this card in your hand. I think that should be... Should that be the Eruption? Yeah, I would have loved to take something with card draw, but let's risk the Eruption. And then I'm a little worried some of these question mark rooms might be regular fights, because I don't have a lot of HP, and I have a Regret, which is also a little annoying. So here, for example, I'm going to lose 6 HP. I do have a Skill Potion. Let's see if the Transmutation gives me a defensive card. It did not. Let's do Trip. Play the Chrysalis. I think I have to gain a little bit of block. Yeah, Impervious, it's a little too much, but it's better than taking damage. Especially because I have a Regret coming up, right? So... Alright, 9 incoming. I can do Sadistic Nature, Sucker Punch. That's nice. And then actually can get rid of this guy with a Strike. Beautiful. Should I do Vigilance as well? No, because I have the Eruption. I had the Eruption my first turn. Okay. 13. So let's do Flurry of Blows, Cold Snap, Discovery for Conclude is not quite enough, and it will force me to finish my turn, right? Can I gain block? I do have the Sadistic Nature, and I apply Weakness, so I think that should be enough. So if I do Conclude, this is 5 damage, right? So if I do Wave of the Hand, then Conclude, the 5 damage should be enough. Beautiful. That was a close one. Crescendo, Outmaneuver, Clash. Crescendo is interesting. Let's take that. Really hoping to get a shop soon. With Meal Ticket. Oh, good, good. Otherwise, I think I would be in much more trouble. All right. I don't think I need the boot. Frozen Eye is interesting, but I don't think it's super necessary. I think I'll take the Wheel Kick. Should I try? I could take a Discovery and try to go for Collector Bonuses. There's really no reason not to go for... Wait, never mind. It's Diverse Modifier. Of course I'm not going to go for Collector Bonuses. That was dumb. Yeah, so I should just remove one of the Transmutations. Although, I don't think I need to remove it now. I'm sure I have plenty of chances to remove it later. I think I'm going to risk the Frozen Eye. You draw part of the cards are not shown in order. Let's do it. Okay, I can't afford anything else, but I'm hoping that Frozen Eye will come in handy. Alright, do I want to lose 14 HP to operate 2 random cards? I'm a little worried because I have 2 regular fights and I still have a Regret. I think I'm going to skip this. It's rarely I skip this event, but just with the Regrets and with generally my lack of being able to defend, this might be a best idea. Here I'll do 1 defend, Transmutation, Sadistic Nature, Enlightenment, Miracle, and another defend here. Okay. Alright. And then here, let's do Wheel Kick. That's not quite enough for the backliner, but a regular Strike is enough. Beautiful. I can do Flurry of Blows. Okay. Another 10. Let's do... I think I'll just do... let me see what the Discovery gives me. Fusion Sucker Punch is great, actually. I can do Defend, then Sucker Punch. Don't have to deal any... Or don't have to take any damage here. Okay. Another 10. Crescendo is a little too risky, I think. Don't have any block, though. Did I have a Flurry? I did have a Flurry, but the 1 Flurry alone is not enough. The other thing is, should I do Transmutation? No. Let's do Transmutation now. Mind Plus is not enough, right? Alright, let's do Violence is... yeah, let's do Magnetism, then Violence. Then Mind Blast. Oh, I should have done the Mind Blast first. It would have dealt a little bit extra damage. Well, I'm glad I didn't do that. I didn't lose 14 HP because I would have been dead otherwise. Alright, here I'll do Crescendo, Blind, and then play these strikes. Okay. Alright, got a Fear Push and Evaluate, Heavy Blade, Deflect. Deflect is necessary. I think Evaluate might be good too. Let me sort A to Z just so I don't accidentally pick up a duplicate. Yeah, I thought I had an Evaluate, but I don't. Let's grab the Evaluate. That's not a bad idea to have an insight there too. Alright, Slaver with 13 incoming. So stressful here. Obviously, I cannot do Eruption. Let's do Sadistic Nature, Cold Snap, Defend, and then do Miracle Transmutation. Hit the panic button, but then next turn I'll be in trouble. I don't think I'll risk the panic button. I'm okay losing a little bit of HP. I might actually have to rest at the next rest site. Okay. Discovery gives me True Grid Reinforced Body. Melter is fine. Should I headbutt something? I could headbutt the Eruption. That's not a bad idea. Let's headbutt the Eruption. Then do Transmutation. A free Discovery gives me Judgment, which is enough with the Melter. Phew. Okay. Alright. Down to 3 HP. Bowling Bash, Twin Strike, or Quick Slash. Quick Slash card draw is nice. Yeah, sure, let's take it. Alright, I think I have to rest here. I can't go into... Oh, I'm gonna have to face the Hexaghost that deals a lot of damage. That might have been a mistake in retrospect, you know? So if I didn't heal, I would be attacked by 1 times 6, and I would be able to full defend against that, which I obviously cannot do now. Let's see what the Quick Slash gives me. Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt it. But out of curiosity, let's see if I can actually survive this, if I had only 3 HP. Yeah, I have a Regret here, and I have a Transmutation, so already it's going to be very difficult with the Crescendo too, right? Let's do Transmutation. Okay, I could have forethought the Regret. Alright, let's do Mayhem, Weave, and Evaluate. Okay. So far, I still would have been able to fully defend, right? 10 incoming. What was played there? Was that an injury? Okay, that's fine. Let's do Flurry of Blows, Defend. Gets me almost fully defended there. Seek, Loop, Dual Wield. Loop with the Frost Drop is not a bad idea. Yeah, let's do that. And then inside, I need 1 more defensive card. Sadistic Nature, Impatience, and a Defend. Okay, somehow I'm doing fine so far. Another 6. Okay. If I do Crescendo... then Sucker Punch, then Cold Snap, and the Defend. That's not quite enough. Okay, yeah, so... And I think if I didn't play the Crescendo, I would have been dead. So I think the right approach was to heal, and I wouldn't actually be surprised if a lot of people avoided healing to not lose max HP, be able to get less attacks from the Hexaghost, but I think that might be very difficult to survive. Alright, here, I think I'll forethought the Vigilance. That way I can exit Wrath soon. Let's do Quick Slash. I guess Headbutt. Should I do Headbutt? I could headbutt a Sucker Punch. That's not a bad idea. Okay. Oh, I misclicked. I meant to headbutt the Sucker Punch. Alright, that's hopefully fine. At least I have enough HP, right? 14. There's Transmutation for free. That's really nice. Anything I need to Secret Weapon? I could grab a Weave. Let's Secret Weapon, Weave, sure. Then do Mayhem. Jack of all Trades gives me Dark Shackles. That's perfect timing there. Cold Snap, and then play these strikes. Okay. Oh, and Stone Calendar helped me out too, though. Okay. And then 16, I could exit Wrath here, Headbutt, and what was the other card? Was it a Burn? Did Headbutt bring back a Burn? Great. Let's do Wheel Kick, and that's enough. Alright, yeah, I think it was risky to heal, but I think it was necessary. I survived. I had no chance of perfecting, but at least I survived. And Attack, Push, and Brilliance, Alpha Brutality. Because I have already 3 rare cards, I am probably fine not going for Pauper. So, honestly, not a huge fan of any of these, though. Brilliance is basically just a good attack card. I don't have any Mantra, right? Should I do Alpha? Alpha might take a little bit too long, especially once my deck gets larger, so I don't think I'll do Alpha. Let's take the Brilliance, sure. Alright, here I'm definitely going to take the Curse Key and Energy at the start of return. When we open an unbossed chest to obtain a curse. Okay. I have... Wait, I already have 2 curses, right? So that guarantees 2 more curses. Ideally unique ones. 1, 2, 3. 3 lead path in the middle. That's nice. If I get to the first lead on the left, I'll get 1, 2 question mark rooms, and then another 2 later on. So 4 total. How many do I have on Act 1? 7. So that brings my total up to 11. I just need 4 more question mark rooms on Act 3. Alright, so, I think I'll do Eruption, Miracle, Strike, then Vigilance. Okay. Another 12. Let's do Wheel Kick, Break Through the Block, then do Flurry of Blows, Cold Snap, and a Defend. Okay. Losing a little bit more HP than I'd like. Should I risk Crescendo here? Would give me a lot of energy. Let's risk it. Then do headbutt. I could headbutt the vigilance. Let's do that and then draw it with the quick slash, right? Okay. So see what the discovery gives me. Thunder strike. Did I? I did not have any lightning orbs, right? Let's do, if I do piercing whale. No, I should play it safe and do the vigilance here. Okay. No need to play the transmutation. I just need to deal 13 damage here. That seems very doable. Oof, not with this hand, unfortunately. Alright, fine. At least I'm fully defended. And then here, Sucker Punch and a strike is enough. Beautiful. Alright, got a block push and sword boomerang, havoc, reprogram. I mean, I don't rely so much on my orb, so reprogram is actually not a bad idea. Let's take it. Come. Alright, and then here I could get a curse. That would be a unique curse. Yes, beautiful. Okay, I got the decay curse, so far I'm on track in the curse modifier and Highlander still. I do have to remember to remove the duplicate transmutation though, right? Alright, yeah, too risky to do eruption here. Let's do wheel kick, sucker punch, weave, and defend. Okay. Right, another 20. Yeah, let's see what the discovery gives me first. Judgment. Is that enough to get rid of the frontliner? It is. Can I get rid of the backliner that way? Hang on. So I have 18. Yeah, I think I should have enough, right? So let's do... Oh, that was a misclick. That was possibly a very bad misclick. Oh, no. Yeah, I messed up here. I'm one short. Alright, fine. I shouldn't have missed... okay. If it gets too bad, I might reload, but... I just need another attack. It does make my life a little easier, right? Don't have to wait too long. Alright, Uppercut, Bane, Cloak and Dagger. Uppercut is interesting. I have the energy and I wouldn't mind the vulnerability and weakness. And I have a Sadistic Nature too. Speaking of, yeah, turn 1 block is always a problem, right? Let's start with Headbutt, because I don't really need to headbutt anything. Let's do Brilliance. Actually, I could have considered headbutting the Eruption. That might have not been a bad idea. Alright, here let's do Uppercut. That with the Sadistic Nature is enough. Weave, Impatience, Sucker Punch, and then, you know what? I'm going to play 2 cards to make the Regret deal less damage. Okay. Alright, not being attacked, that's good. Let's do Flurry of Blows Crescendo. Flurry of Blows Wheel Kick. And then a Strike. Ooh. I might have shot myself in the foot here. Can I deal 21 damage here? Let's do Reprogram Quick Slash. Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to drink the attack potion here because I don't want to lose too much HP or die. Okay, fine. Alright, stack Afterimage Recursion. Afterimage is not a bad card. Let's take it. Decent defensive capabilities there. Got the Snicko here. Should I risk Eruption? Let's do it. Let's reprogram Flurry of Blows Eruption. And then Flurry of Blows and Strike. Okay. Hoping I don't get too much incoming. 16, that's doable. Let's do Wheel Kick. I do a thing on 16. There's a Brilliance. Yeah, let's do Brilliance and Cold Snap. That is enough. Alright, beautiful. Got a Smoke Bomb Potion, which I might need. I'll save it for a second. Let's do Beam Cell here. That's not bad, especially with the Sadistic Nature. Try to rest again. No, let's first upgrade. Always upgrade Eruption, right? Okay. Especially if it's an 8. Slavers. Okay, this one might be a challenge to perfect or survive for that matter. Yeah, I can't do Eruption here, right? Let's definitely do Afterimage. Defend to Wrath. Can I kill the backliner? That'll be 16, 32, 41. That's not even enough for the backliner. I would need to throw the vulnerability, the Fear Potion, and I still have 28 incoming, so I'll be dead. Right now I have 27 incoming, so I'm still dead. Let's do Sucker Punch Strike. So that's 14, 23. At least I'm alive. Okay. Should have considered throwing the Fear Potion, though. I am tempted to throw the Smoking Bomb here, because I'm a little worried about this fight. Let's do Quick Slash. Let's see what the Discovery gives me. Burst? No, Cleave is probably better. Let me throw the Fear Push. I should have done that much sooner. Then do Cleave, Brilliance. And then Defend 1, Defend 2. Okay, you know what? I'm going to reload, and I am going to, because I'm dead here, I'm going to throw the Fear Potion on turn 1, because that should allow me to kill the backliner on turn 2, and that might give me a fighting chance. So let's do that right away. Alright, and then still do Sucker Punch, Strike, and wait. Okay. Alright, so now I can do Quick Slash, Discovery, still get the Cleave, okay. And then Brilliance, yep, now it's enough. And now I just have to defend against 19, which I can do this way, okay. At least I'm not weakened this turn, that's good. Still 14 incoming though, and there's not much I can do, right? I do have a block push, and I might have to use that too. Fine, let's do Weave, Cold Snap, Headbutt, I think I'll risk the Eruption. And then drink the Block Potion. Okay. So weaken this turn again. There is an Eruption. Yep, let's do Sadistic Nature, Eruption, Impatience. Oh no, I got the Regret. So I basically have to kill this turn, right? Otherwise I'm dead. I don't think I can defend here. Let's do Transmutation. Okay, Apotheosis is nice. Should I do the Master of Strategy? I don't think it'll give me anything useful, right? Let's do Beam Cell. So close to getting rid of this guy. Yeah, I don't think... Let's do Master of Strategy for fun. There's nothing I can do, right? Yeah, I think I might have to use my Smoke Bomb Potion. In which case, you know what? Let's do it before actually taking any damage. Yeah, it's a shame. But, yeah, and this will have to go in the thumbnail, right? Because that's already my third reload. So, let's just nope out of here. Okay. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if you don't have that potion. You might be dead here. Alright, I am tempted to go for a shop, not only to bite stuff, but also to heal back up. Let's do it. Okay. Alright, I don't think I need Colorless or Pentagraph. Boot Sequence is actually really good. Turn 1 block. Let's do that. Let's also grab the Well-Laid Plants, which is always a nice thing to have. How badly do I want Clockwork Souvenir? I'm not a huge fan of these cards, so let's say Clockwork Souvenir to try to get I Like Shiny as well. So Sarge come with 1 artifact. Okay. Also hoping that missing out on that elite did not cause a bit difference in energy. Second Regret. That's unfortunate because I was trying to go for Highlander. It is my 4th curse. We got Orichalcum. If you enter stream without blocking 6 block, that Orichalcum might be a huge help because oftentimes I just don't have any block whatsoever. Back there is not attacking. That's nice. It might allow me to try to get... Hang on, this is 24, right? Yeah, let's do Eruption, Brilliance, Strike 1, Strike 2. Okay. Should have considered throwing the Fear Potion here again. Yep, because I am being attacked here. Anything I can headbutt. Boot Sequence, I guess. Let me throw the Fear Potion, then do Beam Cell, headbutt the Boot Sequence, then do Quick Slash, Boot Sequence, Cold Snap, and Defend. And I have 56 incoming, and I have enough? Wait, no. Hang on, it's 54, and I have 55? Am I almost dead? I hope I didn't miscalculate. Yeah, I think that's 55, right? Yeah, 1 HP. Okay, and there's the Regret. That might be a problem. Luckily, I can kill here. Okay. Got Bottle Tornado. I'm pick up Choose a Power Card. Stretch come with this card in your hand. Before I take that... wait, what is my power card? I guess the Sadistic Nature? Yeah, I guess... Or the Aftermatch. That might be better. Let's take the Havoc here, and then... always... Actually, Well-Laid Plants is not a bad idea to hang on to. Okay, I have a Regret. This is really risky, but I'm going to try it. Alright. Burden the Chosen. I think this is a perfect time to use the Liquid Bronze here. And I can do Boot Sequence. And if I do Uppercut, that is enough, right? Yeah, let's do Well-Laid Plants, Uppercut, and a Strike. Okay. So this guy will take 15 damage, so he's almost dead. And then here... I think I have to risk the Eruption, right? Yeah, let's do... Reprogram, Eruption... Brilliance and Strike. And really hope I can kill next turn before I draw the Regret or if I get attacked. Okay, this is good. I can do Sucker Punch, Strike, Aftermatch, and Transmutation. Okay. Alright. And then here I should be able to kill. Okay, alright, that was a close one. Okay, Cold Snap, Poison Snap, Self-Repair. Already have this, Self-Repair might be necessary here. Yeah, let's take it. Well, I'm okay losing max HP. Alright. I guess I'm abandoning Highlander already. Okay. I think that's my only hope, though, right? Admittedly, this turn I could have fully defended. Let's see what the Havoc plays. That's a Sadistic Nature, okay. I mean, I can do Apparition, Eruption, and I have the Orichalcum, so let's save the Boot Sequence. Alright. Yeah, I sort of needed another Apparition here. I can do Uppercut. I'm losing down to 27. That's still way more than what I have. Meteor Strike for free does give me energy. Anything I can headbutt. Oh, I can't really draw anything. Let's do Meteor Strike. Oh, is that enough to kill? No, but it is surprisingly close. But sadly not close enough. Right? Let's do Headbutt. It doesn't matter which one. Uppercut, sure. And then The best I can do is this, which is 50, 90, 27. This is 27. I can actually fully defend here. Wow, did not expect that. Okay. The good thing is none of my 2 regrets have shown up yet. Okay. Got Rigopillo whenever you rest the additional 15 HP. That's really nice. Well, actually, totally useless with Night Terrors, of course. Got a Dislocated Potion. Sense of Time is not bad. Let's grab the Sense of Time here. And then here, I don't really have another way to get Overkill, right? So maybe Ritual Dagger is the way to go. No, I don't know. It's going to be hard to get it upgraded, so let's just take the gold instead. Okay. Alright, and then here I think I have to rest again. I don't think I have a chance with only 8 HP. Let's heal one more time. Okay. Although I did have the apparitions, huh? Alright, so here, let's do well-laid plans. Should I risk the eruption? Yeah, let's just hope I either get an apparition or have something else. The other option is to do apparition and then drink the Disc Chaos, hoping it plays another apparition. It did. Okay, so that way I'm also fully defended next turn. Could have kept the boot sequence. I'm not sure why I didn't. Alright, here, let's do Aftermath, Self-Repair. I mean, I guess I'm playing the Self-Repair just to get rid of the, Oh, I almost forgot that the Aftermath cancels out the Orichalcum, but I did play 2 cards, so that's good. Okay. Alright, this guy took Transmutation. You can have it. Backliner also took Transmutation. Alright, you can have both of those. 2 apparitions. That will be enough for next turn, and then I just have to get lucky with the last turn there. Let's do the apparitions, then do Cold Snap. Alright, and then evaluate. Okay. And let's keep the Impatience, sure. A little hard to use with the Sense of Time. Alright, I'm still intangible here. Alright, let's do Reprogram. I am tempted to just do the Sense of Time here. Wait, no, I have to play 4 cards. Alright, I can't do that. Alright, let's do Strike, Defend, and... Actually, I have the Frost Orb. So, yeah, I'm fine here. Okay. Alright, so ideally I wouldn't draw the next apparition this turn, but I would draw it next turn. Okay. Wait, I have Frozen Eye. I forgot about that. Okay, so it is coming up in 4 cards. So I can play Wheel Kick, but shouldn't do Insight. Let's do Wheel Kick here. Havoc would play Strike. That's not bad. Okay. And then should I just do Transmutation? Should I Headbutt something? What about more attacks like Uppercut? I think I'll do that. Let's Headbutt the Uppercut. Okay. And then wait. And then I'll save the, how about a Strike? Just deal damage. Discovery is also interesting. No, let's do the Strike. Okay. Alright, so here I can use the Apparition. That's good. Let's do Sadistic Nature, Apparition. Then Uppercut. It applies the vulnerability, right? That's great. Okay. Then Sands of Time for 66. That's not bad. Let's also do a Strike. Okay, I only have 2 turns left. I have to try to deal as much damage as I can. Although, I guess with Vigilance, I might have a chance of fully defending or exiting Wrath. Alright, let's do Weave, Sucker Punch, Brilliance, and Quick Slash. And Beam Cell. I can't believe it actually perfect this one. Only thanks to the apparitions. Without them, I would have been dead. Sorcerer's Double Tap, Wish. Wish is interesting. If I'm going for not for Pauper, might as well take it. And then here, should I take Empty Cage? I could remove... Wait, no, I'm not going for Highland anymore, right? So I don't need to remove the Transmutation or Regret. So yeah, there's no reason to take the Empty Cage. Can't take Runic Dome. Let's take the Valid Lotus. Whenever you exit Calm, gain additional energy. Which is unfortunate because I only have the Vigilance as my only way to enter Calm. But hopefully I'll be able to get some more cards to do that. Alright, 1, 2, 3. 3 lead path on the left again. But, wait. 1, 2, 3 question mark rooms only. That's a shame. I'm pretty sure I had 7 on Act 1, 4 on Act 2, that's 11. So I needed 4 on this act, and there are only 3 available. Even if I skip an elite, there's no easy way to get... If I skip the last elite, I could get an extra question mark room, but let's get there and decide. And then I will probably go for this shop, so let's start in the middle and turn left. Okay. Right, here I got the Darklings, so let's start out with Boot Sequence, Well-Laid Plans. I definitely cannot do Eruption, but let's save it with the Well-Laid Plans. Okay. Alright, and then here, let's do Sadistic Nature, Apparition, and then Wish for Gold. Let's be greedy, especially because I have a shop coming up. I guess I don't have good AoE damage, right? That might be my biggest problem in this deck right now. Okay, luckily I got another Apparition, that's good. Let's do Afterimage. Should I just do the Eruption? You know what? Let's do Eruption and then Beam Cell. Okay. Well, this is retained anyway, so... Okay. Oh, I'm actually losing 1 more HP here. Alright. It's a lot of incoming. Luckily, I got another Apparition. Anything I need to Headbutt? Another Eruption. Beam Cell might not be a bad idea. Let's do Headbutt the Beam Cell. And then, yeah, might as well do this. Okay. Alright, that's a lot of incoming. Luckily, yeah, I'm still getting the apparitions when I need them, so that's, you know, perfect. Let's see what the Transmutation gives me. The bomb might be good. Secret technique to grab something I don't need. And then I don't think I'll do Deep Breath. Okay, let's actually save the Havoc for later. The bomb will deal 40 damage to all. Okay, so I just have to survive this turn. I should have looked ahead. Apparition is not coming up next turn. I might be in trouble here. Sands of Time is 40. Let's do that. Havoc will play a strike. That hits this guy. Okay, beautiful. Then I can do Quick Slash and strike together with this guy. Okay, and then Weave. And it's also do Miracle Crescendo. Actually, I can do Discovery here for a Judgment. That is enough. Beautiful. Alright, we got a Flex Potion and Flurry of Tantrum or Perfect the Strike. I mean, there's a very small chance I might be able to get Collector Missiles, but let's grab a second Flurry. Why not? Come. Right here, I have to be a little careful with the spikers. Let's do Well-Laid Plans, Boot Sequence, and just Wish for Gold again. I'm okay losing a little bit of HP here. Alright. Okay, 11. Yeah, let's do 2 apparitions. With those apparitions, should I do the Eruption? Yeah, let's do Eruption here, then Transmutation. Might as well save the Panic button for a turn where I might not be able to defend. Okay. Actually, for a turn where I might want to attack those spikers. I might getting more apparitions here. I think I'll skip the Afterimage, because Orichalcum is better than whatever Afterimage can give me, right? So, yeah, let's just skip this one. It also might be a good candidate for removal soon. Okay. And then here, I think here I'll risk Panic Button just to play a few good attacks. Also to, yeah, play a lot of cards so that the Regret doesn't deal as much damage. Although I am intangible, I guess. Oh, and I have the Clockwork Sunio, so that's fine. Here, let's do Brilliance. Then, Headbutt. I think I'll Headbutt the Brilliance. Then do a Strike. And, yeah, fine, I'll wait. Okay. And I'm still intangible next turn, right? Which is nice. Alright, so let's see what the Discovery gives me. I was hoping for... Actually, all attack is not bad. 20. Alright. And then can I gain any block here? Not really. Fine, let's do all attack. I'll lose 2 HP that way. Okay. An attack potion, fasting, study, ball lightning. I do have enough energy. Fasting is not horrible. Study might allow me to get combo. Let's risk the study. Who was my final boss? Time Eater. Okay, so ideally I would get combo before the Time Eater. Here I could get another curse, although... Hang on. Bandage up. Feel no pain. Vault. Bandage up. Don't want any of those. Empty body vault. Eruption, Shame. Can I get a Shame here, please? Yes. Okay, beautiful. Alright, so, wait. Did I need that? Because I already have 5 curses. Well, this is my 5th curse, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, alright, fine. I mean, it's good. I can remove a curse later on if I need to. Alright, Kibiko is interesting. There's no way I can get Dialect Shiny, right? I only have 3 guaranteed elites, so even if I buy all the relics, I don't think that'll be enough. So let's focus on cards. Glass Life is fine. It's a little expensive, though. Let's do Reinforced Body, Wheel Kick. And fine, let's buy 2 relics. Orange Palace, one of you play power, attack, and skill in the same turn with all of your debuffs. And Akabika, your first attack each combat is additional damage. I think that's really good. And then I will try to trigger the Flex Potion, or the Orange Palace whenever I drink the Flex Potion. So that's not a bad idea to have. Okay, haven't seen the Orange Palace in a while. It's a very powerful relic. Alright, so here, well, I can trigger the Orange Palace, but I can't do Eruption. So let's not risk it. Let's do Boot Sequence and accept quite a bit of damage here, unfortunately. Okay. Another 16. Let's do Study, Beam Cell, Strike, and Wait. Again, not going to play the Afterimage. Okay. Down to 4 HP. That's not good. And unfortunately, I'm going to lose my artifact because of the Shame. Yeah, I think I have to do the Eruption here. Let's do Eruption, then Flurry of Blows, Strike, Sucker Punch. I really hope I have something good for next turn. Actually, all of this, it doesn't make sense to save any of them. Okay, 44 incoming. Luckily, I did get those apparitions. Let me do Insight here. Fine, let's do Apparition. I'll save the wish with the Well-Laid Plans. Let's do Brilliance and no need to play the Defend. Okay. And then here, let's do Sadistic Nature, Flurry of Blows, Weave. Then Wish for Gold, be greedy. And yeah, I think I'll wait here again. Okay. Alright, can I deal 53 damage? Nope. I can also just grab an apparition. That's good. Let's do Uppercut. And let me see if I can get another good attack. No. Havoc, place an Insight. Which is fine. I can wait here. And then Sands of Time should be enough to kill next turn, right? Alright, again, without the apparitions, I'll be so dead. I'll be really, really dead. I can at least do self-repair. That's really nice. Okay. Alright, Empty Body Wraith Form. That is very tempting. I think I'll take it. Also, a good candidate for upgrade soon. Alright, here I got the Nemesis. Should I risk Eruption? Very risky. See what the Discovery gives me. Bowling Bash, Glass Knife, or go for the Ice. Alright, I'm gonna do Glass Knife. Let's drink the Flex Potion, do Eruption, Glass Knife, Brilliance, and then Dash, Skewer, Sucker Punch. Guess I'll do Dash. I might have messed up here because next turn I'm guaranteed to be attacked, and I guess if I couldn't kill here, I shouldn't have been so... Well, I was also... Should have looked ahead and seen that there's no Apparition coming up. Unless I can draw it somehow, let's do Transmutation. Boot Sequence first and Transmutation. Thinking Head would give me an Apparition, right? Yes, beautiful. Alright, let's do Miracle, Apparition, and then a Weave. Okay. Alright, and the next turn, Sense of Time is 50 damage. I took a risk, and it paid off. Beautiful. Got Whetstone on pickup up by 2 random attacks. Actually, let me first see what I get here. Acrobatics, Glacier, Steam Bear. Glacier is a great defensive card, and then Whetstone upgrades Sucker Punch and Strike. The Sucker Punch upgrade is actually really nice. And then here I got the Maw. Alright, should I risk Eruption? If I don't... No, you know, it only does 17 damage. I think I'm fine waiting here. Let's save the Eruption for later. Okay. Alright, it is the big attack, though. Luckily, I did get the Apparition, which means I can still do Eruption. Should I enter Wrath for that? Yeah, let's do Crescendo first, then do Eruption, and then why not Headbutt that Eruption? Okay. So I was going to say I'm guaranteed not to be attacked next turn, but no, that's not the case. Was it yesterday? Well, yeah, it's attacking me again today. I do have the Vigilance. That might not be enough. Let's do Flurry of Blows, Weave. See what the Discovery gives me. Battle him. Sucker Punch is good for the weakness. Okay. Then do... Probably Eruption, then do Vigilance. Okay. Actually, I'm Pillar Defended that way. Beautiful. Alright. And then here... I mean, I probably should play the Apparition just to avoid taking damage from the Regret. Alright, let's do Beam Cell, Impatience. Then, yeah, might as well do Apparition, Uppercut. Yeah, and wait. Okay. I think I'll keep the Transmutation. Might be interesting. 21. There's luckily another Apparition. Let's do Sadistic Nature, Apparition, and Wish for Gold. Okay. And I still need to deal a lot of damage. Let's do Reprogram, Sucker Punch, Strike. Oof. Starting to get a little worried here. Okay. I do have the Blessing of the Forge. I also have Stone Calendar, but that's not going to be enough. I did get... Actually, the Apparition is good enough here, right? Or should I... Let's do Apparition, and then I save the Reinforced Body for next turn. So let's just do Strike, Cold Snap, Defend, and wait. Okay. Alright, there's a Wraith Form. Okay, that's something I should save for next turn. Let's do Flurry of Blows, Strike 1, Strike 2, then Sands of Time. Actually, the Wheel Kick is enough next turn, right? Yeah, so I don't need the Reinforced Body. I can just do... sorry, I mean... Actually, and I get to play the Self-Repair. Beautiful. Okay. Acrobatics, Weave, Backflip. I wouldn't mind. Second Weave is a little tough. I think... Fine. This is tough. Because I have the Time Eater, I don't want to have too many zero-cost cards, so let's take the Acrobatics. Also would allow me to get rid of the Curses. Alright, Giant Head. Let's do Well-Laid Plans. Let me look ahead. So there's no Apparition next turn. I might get attacked next turn, right? So... I don't think I'll do the Eruption. Let's just do Headbutt and wait. Okay. Alright, I'm not being attacked. Okay, and then I do have an Apparition next turn, so I think here it is fine to do Reprogram, Eruption, and then Uppercut. Okay. Let's save the Self-Repair, might as well. Alright. Alright, here I have the Apparition. Let's do Sadistic Nature, Apparition... Havoc will play a Wheel Kick, which is nice. Yeah, let's do Flurry of Blows first, then Havoc. Play that Wheel Kick, and then Impatience will draw me Regret and Wish. I do have Wraith Form the turn after. Fine, let's grab the Wish. Oh, it was... Wait, was the... Hang on. Impatience was upgraded. So I kind of want to play that Wraith Form. Let's do it. Okay. Oh, and then because of Orange Pelts, I did not get the debuff. That's good. Let's save the Self-Repair here. I would like to be able to heal. Okay. No vulnerability, though. There's another Apparition coming up soon. Alright, let's just do Wheel Kick, Brilliance, and Self-Repair. Should have done the Self-Repair first, of course. Grab a Strike. Okay. And then here, let's do Apparition, Quick Slash. Yeah, I guess I'll do 2 strikes here. Hey, starting to get a little worried. I still have... Okay, the next 2 turns I still have the apparitions, but doesn't leave me a lot of time. Let's see what the discovery gives me. Fish and Grand Finale Nirvana. Well, all of those are bad. Can I get... Do I have 3 card draws? Card draw cards? Not really, right? Unless I get the study early, but no, it's coming up at the end, so I don't think I'll do Grand Finale. I guess I'll do Nirvana, sure. I don't scry, but might as well. Alright, in that case, should I save the Beam Cell for a turn where I have more attacks? Which is not happening anytime soon. No, let's play now. No reason to wait. Let's do Apparition, then Beam Cell, Strike, and Cold Snap. That was not a bad amount of damage, actually. Okay. And then Stone Calendar will help next turn as well. Let's do Apparition, Weave, Sucker Punch, and then Transmutation, Dramatic Entrance, and then Stone Calendar is enough. Alright, perfect, this one. We got Strawberry on pickup, raise from actually by 7. That's very helpful. Aggregate might be really nice. Let's take it. Okay. And then here I got Normality and Ink Bottle. One of you play 10 cards, draw 1 card. Okay. Here I have to be careful with the Spiker again. Alright. Yeah, I can do... Wait, do I have an Apparition next turn? I do. Let's do Apparition. Havoc will play a Vigilance. I don't think I really need it. Yeah, let's not do that. I think I'll just do Well-Laid Plans, Eruption, and wait. Actually, yeah, I think that's fine. Alright. Okay, and here I have another Apparition. Let's do Beam Cell, Flurry of Blows. Let's do... Should I do Vigilance, Exit Wrath? I do have another Apparition next turn. I don't actually have to target this guy because of those Apparitions. So yeah, let's wait here. Okay. Yeah, because this guy will explode when I'm intangible, so I don't mind it exploding. Alright. And then, yeah, here let's do Apparition, Brilliance, Strike. I might as well do Evaluate, why not? Okay. And then, yeah, one more Apparition turn after I have the Wraith form, which should be enough, I think. Okay. Can I do Wheel Kick? Yeah, I don't think I'll hurt. Let's do Apparition, Flurry of Blows, Wheel Kick. And then I can do Boot Sequence and Cold Snap. Okay. And I think the Wraith form and Uppercut... here, I can do... Oh, I can only do 3 cards, so let's do Sadistic Nature, Wraith form... Oh, I can't do the Uppercut anymore. Yeah, fine, fine. Let's save it for later. Okay. And then here... Yeah, you know what? Let's just do the Uppercut. That's 36, right? Beautiful. Alright, Streamline, Foresight, Burning Pack. Streamline is interesting. Foresight might finally allow me to use all those weaves I have. Here, another curse is not necessary. Operating all cards no longer healing might be a problem. Might be a big problem, so I don't think I'll do that, although it will be risky. No, I think I'll fight a boss from Act 1. Okay, Hexaghost, okay. Attempt number 2 with Wraith form on turn 1, that's nice. Let's do Well-Laid Plans, Eruption, and wait. Okay. Alright, here I have an Apparition, so let's save the Wraith form for later. Let's do Strike and Brilliance, okay. I could also use the Blessing of the Forge on the Wraith form, but I'll probably save that for the boss fight. Alright, actually, Glacier allows me to be fully defended, and I would love to do Self-Repair, and then Discovery gives me Lex... No, let's do Clothesline. Okay. Alright, another 14. I could do Aggregate, but, I mean... Yeah, might as well. Ooh, a 14 Energy Transmutation. Can I get combo? Let's try this. So this is... I played 1 card. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 9, 10, 11, 12. Do I have 0 cost skills? I have X cost skills. Okay, so wait, that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. No, actually, hang on. Oh, I can't do the Impatience. Oh, I got to 17 cards. That's a shame. That is unfortunate. Alright, alright. Hopefully, well, actually, I can't do it against the final boss, right? So I have to do it beforehand. Alright, fine. Okay, we got Peace Peg. You can now remove cards from your deck at rest sets. Okay, so Highlander in retrospect was doable. Actually, no, not without the apparitions. I would not have been able to get to this point. Intimidate is not bad. Dual Wield is interesting. I think I'll take the Intimidate, though. And then Mystery Machine or a chance of perfecting another boss. Or Elite. I mean, I already have curses. I don't need Mystery Machine. Let's do the boss here. Or the Elite, I mean. Alright, Nemesis, do I have an apparition coming up? No. Unless I can draw a card, which I can't. Because then I could get to the Wraith form. Yeah, let's not do the eruption then. Let's just do uppercut, well-laid plans, and wait. I will save the eruption. Okay. Actually, I did have card draw with the ink bottle, right? 12 incoming. I think I'll do a discovery. Boot sequence is interesting. Bullet time with the reinforced body, or not the reinforced body, the wraith form. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, let's do transmutation. Then apotheosis. That's great. Okay. Jack of all trades. I can do. Actually, I don't need panic button. Let's do violence. Okay, and then bullet time. Wait, how is it going to defend? A wraith form, right? Yeah, let's do bullet time here. Then do, yeah, might as well enter Wrath here. Flurry of blows. What is Quick Slash going to give me? Impatience. I don't think I need that. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'll take it, but then I put it back with the headbutt. The Quick Slash here. Okay. Then do Wraith form. Then do defend and wait. Okay. Alright, can I deal a lot of damage here? Not as much as I'd hoped I could. Next turn, I do have an apparition, though. That's good. Let's do Quick Slash, Strike, Brilliance, Sucker Punch. Okay. Actually, don't need to hang on to anything here. Right here. Oh, I'm still intangible anyway. Let's do Apparition, Self-Repair, Foresight, Intimidate. Okay. And then might as well do Evaluate. Alright. I try to get combo at some point, too. Might be good to try it. Wish is nice. I would like to gain the extra gold. There's an agate. There's no transmutation coming up. It's at the bottom of my deck. Alright, fine. Do I have an apparition next turn? I do with the acrobatics, right? So yeah, let's wish for gold again. Weave, Flurry of Blows, Aggregate, Sands of Time. Yeah, let's just finish it. Okay. And White Beast Statue Potions always appear in combat rewards. That's really nice. And then Tropic Brew. I'll Ghostly Armor, Steam Beer, Feed. A little too late for the feed, huh? I think I'll take the Ghostly Armor instead. And then, yeah, don't need a rest side. Let's do a regular fight here, the Transient. If I can play the Apparitions, there's another Apparition the turn after. Unfortunately, I don't have enough for the last few turns. Still, let's do the Apparitions, then Well-Laid Plans, and hang on to the Eruption. No need to rush this. Okay. Alright, here let's do Evaluate and Self-Repair. That's good. And wait again. Okay. Could have considered doing the Aftermath, but no, I think Orichalco might be better overall. So one more apparition, then the next turn. The next apparition after that is going to take quite a bit of time to get to. That's fine. Let's do apparition, then wish for gold. And wait again with the eruption. This is the problem, right? 16. I do have eruption. Do I have the vigilance? No. Okay, let's do eruption. Flurry of Blows, Wheel Kick would draw me. Sucker Punch, it's not bad. 10 incoming. I could also just do, what about next turn? Oh, next turn I'm in trouble. Ooh, next turn I am in a lot of trouble. If I do acrobatics, it might get me the apparition. Yes, it will. I think I have to do acrobatics here. Then, might as well do Miracle Sucker. Doesn't matter which one. Okay. So that way, at least next turn, yeah, let's take the Havoc. That way next turn I can play the apparition, so not have to worry about any incoming. Okay, good, good. Alright. Okay. It would have been pretty bad if I didn't get that apparition. Alright, got a Flex Potion, second one, Beam Cell, Eviscerate. I don't think I'll do Eviscerate. Let's take another Beam Cell. Okay. And then last fight here, Darkling still have trouble with AoE damage, right? Should I do Transmutation? I have the Normality, right? Let's do Boot Sequence, Well-Laid Plans. You know what? I'm just gonna hang on to the Eruption. Yeah, if I played the Transmutation, would not have allowed me to play anything else after that, so only I could have removed that Normality, huh? Alright, do I have an apparition coming up? No. So let's do Beam Cell, Uppercut. Then Transmutation, hoping for a defensive card. Master of Strategy does not give me a defensive card. Oof, I am taking a lot of damage here. That's fine, I guess. Let's do Cold Snap to at least get a Frost Orb. Okay. And then let's hang on to the Eruption still. Alright. An apparition. Oh, no. Where are my apparitions or Wraith Forms? They are taking their sweet time to show up. I might be in trouble here. Let's do Glacier. Okay. So I have, what is that, 1925? Yeah, okay. With an Evaluate, I'm fully defended, and then Foresight might allow me to get through that Wraith Form a little faster. Okay. Alright, get rid of all of these. Even the Sands of Time, I do want to get to that Wraith Form. Yeah, there it is. Good. Okay. Let's do Wraith Form. Havoc will play an Intimidate, which I don't really need, although with Sadistic Nature it does do a good amount of damage. But no, let's save it for next turn. Instead, I'll do... Wait, yeah, I'm intangible this turn. Next turn, I can get the Apparition, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Here, let's see if the Havoc. Okay. Discovery might have also been a good card to save. And then here, get rid of the Curses. Okay. Then do Sadistic Nature in 2. That's not what I meant to play, but that's fine. Let's do Intimidate. And then do Flurry of Blows, Weave, and Wait. Okay. Alright. And then I have the Apparition next turn, right? Okay, yeah, Apparition is fine. Self-Repair is also pretty good. Yeah, let's do Apparition, another Apparition, then Weave. Then Impatience, another Apparition. Let's do Self-Repair and Wait. I think I'll save the Brilliance. Okay. Alright, and then Sucker Punch is good. Actually, I would like to play the Wish if I can. Let's be greedy. Let's do Beam Cell, Weave. Then Apparition and Wish for Gold. Ah, too bad I couldn't play that last Apparition. That's fine. Oh, never mind. Stone Calendar almost killed everything. And then Brilliance should be enough to kill this guy next turn. Yeah. Stone Calendar has been pretty useful. This I have to admit, has been a challenging fight. Alright, we got a Stance Shift Potion, which I think I'll skip. Auto Shield's Expertise, Sucker Punch. I mean, who knows? Maybe I can get a Sucker Punch. No, unlikely. Alright, I don't think I need to heal here. Do I need to remove anything? I actually wouldn't mind removing the Normality. So far, I have 6 curses already, right? And the Normality is the most annoying of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Decay, and wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's my 6th curse? I'm missing an injury. Oh, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the Decay, yeah. Yeah, I think I'll remove the Normality just because I can't think of anything good to upgrade. I mean, the Well-Laid Plants would be a good upgrade, but I think I'd rather... I mean, I have the Blessing of the Forge. I might consider using that on turn 1, actually. Alright, so, I actually think it might not be a bad idea to use the Flex Potion because I have a Power, Skill, and Attack. Let's drink the Blessing of the Forge, then the Flex Potion, then do a Power, Skill, and Attack. Okay. Then drink the Entropic Brew. Drink the Dex Potion. Unfortunately, that's nothing I can do to defend, right? The Power Potion will give me a Wraith Form. Risky. But the only way I can fully defend here. So let's do Wraith Form. Let's look ahead. There's an Apparition next turn. No other Apparitions for quite some time. That's really bad. I just have to hope I can draw enough cards. So yeah, let's do Eruption. Wait. Maybe I can try to transform in the right turn too. Alright, here, let's do Sadistic Nature, Apparition, Discovery for another Well-Laid Plants. No. Fusion, Alpha, not a huge fan. I guess I'll do another Well-Laid Plants, why not? Alright, I got a Cold Snap here. Okay, so next turn I can only play 2 cards. I'm still intangible though, so that's good. Only 2 cards, so let's do Self-Repair and Ghostly Armor. Okay, and then save all the defensive cards here. Okay. A lot of incoming. I can exit Wrath, though. That's good. Let's do Flurry of Blows, Vigilance, 27. I have 11 already. Boot Sequence brings me up to 25, so the Evaluate is enough. Let's do Evaluate and a Strike. Okay. Alright. And then I still have like 3 turns before I get another Apparition. And of course, Body will help me one of those 3 turns. Uppercut is nice. Wait, 2 energy in first body is 16, that's not enough. Although with weakness it'll be 18, that's still not... No, actually that would be enough, but then I have the decay too that I forgot about. I think I might... Actually, no, I can't do Aftermatch here. So I think I have to do a 4 energy, or actually a 3 energy in first body, 24? No, let's not risk it, let's do 4 energy in first body, and then I can save the uppercut for later. Actually, this stays, let's save these 3, okay. Hope I don't get attacked this turn, no I am, okay. And it's going to take way too long to get to the next Apparition. Alright, so let's definitely do... Ooh, wait, I can headbutt something. Headbutt the Reinforced Body? It's not going to be enough, right? What else can I headbutt? I'm going to draw whatever I headbutt, right, I think? Or will I draw stuff first? I think there's anything better to headbutt. Aggregate is not going to be useful. Ghostly Armor, maybe? Let's try that. Let's headbutt the Ghostly Armor. Okay. It's 11 only, though. Should I do Afterimage? Yeah, fine. Let's do Afterimage, Ghostly Armor. Then Miracle, Uppercut. 21. No, nothing I can do. Ah, that's a shame. I got close. I think I got fairly close. But ultimately, I did not have quite enough there. Alright, well, now the goal is to survive. Which is a noble goal. Alright, so an apparition is showing up very soon. Should I do Transmutation here? I think I'll do Reprogram. Then Transmutation. Apotheosis is great. And let's do... I don't think I'll do Deep Breath. Instead, I think I'll just wait here, right? Yeah, let's wait. So calendar trigger there. That's good. I think I saved the panic button. And wheel kick. Yeah, panic button would allow me to defend the turn after which I know the enemy will transform. Alright, so lots of incoming here. I have an apparition. Should I do Crescendo? And there's a Wraithform coming up. Yeah, I think I'll do... Can I defend? No, if I enter Wrath, the panic button is not going to be enough, right? Let's do it first. So let's do Crescendo. Then Beam Cell, Wheel Kick. Havoc will play a Regret. I don't think I can deal enough damage, can I? Sands of Time is 74. Can I deal enough damage in 2 turns? Because if I can, I should try to, right? Let's do Panic Button, Beam Cell. Flurry of Blows 1, Flurry of Blows 2. And then let's do Havoc. Oh, next turn I barely have any attacks. That's a shame. Let's do Havoc still. Okay. Keep these 3. Alright. Just need to deal 31 damage, which I can. Alright, fine. So it was just a 1 turn I missed the perfect on the final boss. Alright, fine. At least I survived. 1161, that's not too bad. Alright, so out of these 8 elites, I perfected 5, which is actually surprisingly well. Yeah, I did not expect to be able to perfect this many. I did only perfect the Act 2 boss, somewhat luckily. I had no chance against the Act 1 boss. I would have died if I didn't rest. And against the Act 3 boss, might have had a chance if I gotten a little luckier. Only got 1 Collectibles on the apparitions, but yeah, without those, I would have been dead. So I'm actually very happy I went for those. And yeah, honestly, if I wasn't doing so poorly, I probably would have tried to stick with Highlander and reject the apparitions, and I'm pretty sure that would have cost my death. Would not be surprised if a lot of people who were not able to survive today tried to go for Highlander and just failed, because it was... Oh, I see Zembri here with 99 points. That's awesome. Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if Zembri survived, but yeah, no, this is tough. So theoretically, look at that. Goldberg has exactly 200 points more than me. That is insane. So that, I suspect, means that he was able to perfect all the bosses, which, I guess I can imagine it, but it's going to be very difficult. I also suspect that there's a lot of RNG differences today because you have the Transmutations, right? And then Gemino got, yeah, almost 250 points more than me. That is really, really impressive. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Gemino was able to perfect everything and even more elites. Overkill was also definitely doable. I think I missed that. But yeah, amazing score from both Gemino and Goldberg. Congratulations. Let me know in the comments what you did. Let's read the scores from yesterday. Right, so yesterday was a watch run with the Insanity, Certain Future, and Midas modifiers, and you would think that with Insanity, with Certain Future, people would have the same RNG, but there was actually some significant differences in the RNG, which was very interesting. First of all, Cyberfox was able to effectively get first place. Congratulations. With 1380, Cyberfox perfected one of the 3 elites, but got all the bosses, which is very impressive. I think Cyberfox might be the only one who perfected the Act 2 boss. He mentioned that he had Talk to the Hand active on the Act 2 boss, and then was able to gain enough block in the big attack turn with the weaves and the flurries. Also ended up with 14 collectibles, which is not the record, but pretty high up there. Missed the time modifier. Was able to get raining money with over 2,300 gold, which is interesting. That's one of the RNG differences. So I got raining money with exactly 2,000 gold. A lot of people did not get raining money, so I think there's some RNG differences there. Did not get Overkill combo, but mentioned that he got the Warp Tongues event on Act 1. So that's the one where you get 1 card upgraded in your hand, which Cyberfox mentioned did help him a lot. Congratulations. Yeah, very interesting to see that the differences in RNG might cause that big of a difference. But yeah, mostly perfecting the Act 2 boss was a big difference here. Congratulations to Cyberfox. Next, in effectively second place, you have Gemino, tied with 1355. Gemino mentioned that he perfected all the elites, but missed the Act 2 boss, perfect the other bosses. Mentioned that he also upgraded all cards in the Mind Bloom event, which is very risky. I considered doing that, but then decided not to. And then because of that, he wasn't able to heal. He entered the last boss fight with only 1 HP, so he had to survive and perfect for him to be able to get a good score, and he was able to pull that off. Congratulations. He ended up with 15 collector bonuses. That's the same number as me. Interestingly, though, Gemino had one of those collector bonuses be on the bites, which I did not see throughout the whole run. So again, differences in RNG. Also, Gemino did not get the rating money, so was not even able to get the 2,000 gold threshold. Was able to get Overkill and Popper. I assume because he was able to affect that many bosses, he probably didn't get the time modifier, because otherwise he would have had way more points than I did. And next, effectively tied for third place, you have me, Knight, and Hobo. So Knight mentioned that he perfected 2 elites and 2 bosses, also missed the Act 2 boss, had 14 collector bonuses, missed the time modifier, and also missed the reading money modifier, which again, different RNG, very interesting that in a certain future run, you had something like that where you just don't get enough gold. Some people don't get enough gold. I perfected 1 elite and 1 boss. I got 15 collector bonuses and was able to get Overkill, Lightspeed, reigning money with 2,000 gold exactly as I mentioned, as well as Pauper. And then you have Hobo with the exact same score too. Then effectively tied for 4th place at 1280, you have Gatorbait. And then you have 5th place, 1255, 6th place, 1230, 7th place, tied for 1205. You have Goldberry. Goldberry mentioned that he perfected none of the elites, but 2 of the 3 bosses. Again, missed the Act 2 boss. And probably just had fewer collector bonuses, which explains the slightly lower score. But still, effectively 7th place, that's not too bad. And I think that's it for top 100. You have Nick here with 1,025. A shout out to Alex, who died to the Nemesis yesterday. Just could not survive the big attack, which can definitely happen. I think Gemino might have also gotten very close to dying. And also, it drops down to less than 1,000 points after 113th place. So I can definitely see some people not doing so well. Anyway, that's it for yesterday. Let me know in comments what you did for today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.